Greetings, Rigil Agateiades here. Last week, someone in the comments reminded me about this crabby looking mobile suit. And guess what? I found ourselves some water! With underground base at exactly the right cost randomly appearing just as I'm reminded about this mobile suit. This must be a sign! This is the 400 cost raid type and a proud member of the Zionic Swimming Club, the Zugok E! As the modernized version of the old Zugok, it of course carries over a lot from the ancient 300 cost mobile suit. But unlike the refined Zugok, which also tried to do the same thing, this mobile suit might just have done a better job 6 years ago. Let's start with the weapons. The main weapon of the Zugok E is the Zugok E beam cannon, which have some obvious pros and cons. First of all, the stagger on this weapon is extremely high. With 40% stagger per hit and 5 shots before it overheats, you can literally stop anyone at 400 cost. And with a 0.3 second firing interval, hitting 3 of these shots take less than a second, making it almost as good as an instant stagger. It also comes with a decent 800 base attack, dealing pretty good damage for a melee heavy mobile suit. Jump out of the water in swimming club style, and we finish off the Agateiades with mid-air shots to spare. Now the problems. There's one problem about this beam cannon that's inherited by literally every Zugok out there. You've guessed it, it's the offhand firing mechanic. While this weapon normally fires from the right arm, moves towards the right and it fires from the left. The exact opposite of what we want, this makes the beam cannons extremely prone to hitting obstacles. You can get over it with a lot of practice, but you still have to go further than normal when picking corners. Second weapon on this mobile suit, which is also very Zugok-like, are the head-mounted torpedo tubes. While they don't do much damage, each of the 6 missiles come with 30% stagger and can be fired on thrusters. Hitting 4 shots out of 6 isn't easy, but being able to fire them while on maneuver armor makes them the best option when charging a position. And that's all the weapons on the Zugok E, which gets us to the next problem. We have no instant staggers. While the beam cannons fire fast enough to make them a pseudo-instant stagger, you have nothing to change staggers with. This means if you want to go for melees, you only have one chance to get a stagger. And you really don't want to miss that, because melee is where all the damage on this mobile suit is. With high weapon damage, high combo multiplier, and the melee combo controller to do 3 attacks in one combo, the Zugok E is a real damage dealer when it gets really up close. I really mean it though when I say up close, because just like all Zugoks, these claws are always shorter than you think. Also like the old Zugok, this mobile suit does not have offense system, so you will get stopped halfway in a melee. Unlike the old Zugok, however, you get another chance to fight even after that happens. With Emergency Evasions level 1, this mobile suit got what the Zugok, and in fact, the refined Zugok didn't have. With this, you're way more likely to get away in one piece after an attack. If your team bothered looking your way, that is. For the Zugok E to be effective, it needs to be played carefully. With the head-mounted missiles, the only way to keep maneuver armor on while attacking. Brute forcing your way through won't get you far. On land, that is. To unlock the full potential of the Zugok E, we have to go underwater. Go submerged and the Zugok E becomes significantly stronger. First of all, thanks to its underwater compatibility, the Zugok E consumes 15% less thrusters, gains 10% speed, 15% thruster speed, and 10% turn rate. Secondly, the Zugok E makes exceptional use of aquatic mobile shooting. With the main weapon now usable while on thrusters, there's no more running away from our iron claws. Time for you to join your Aqua Gym ancestors. And the buffs underwater don't stop there. While this isn't exclusive to the Zugok E, underwater weapon overheat cooldown is reduced by 10%. This is exceptionally good for the Zugok E because now you can worry less about overheating your beam cannon. Melee clash with the Agateiades, he unfortunately has to swap weapons due to the fist cooldown, and that's an epic win for our Iron Claws. No time to chill, slam on our thrusters and we reach the next enemy in no time. Would have been a clean solo kill if our Zaku Mariner didn't get ahead of himself. Didn't get his hurt though, so we'll let it be this time. Enemy wave wiped just because we're fighting underwater. Still healthy after all that because the Zigok E is tough as a raid type. With above average defense and base health, add on top the classic special head buffers to reduce damage to the head by 20%, and the Zigok E can take quite some beating. No intention to join our teammates respawn, time to leave them alone and fix up. Pixie makes a very questionable spawn and draws the entire enemy team our way. The only good thing about that is we're 100% going to tear anyone apart if they jump down. Nothing we can do if they only shoot us from above though. Gets driven out of the water by exactly that, but we're definitely taking back our turf. It's exactly 4 missiles while on thrusters, and we force out the Hobby High's activation. Gets a second stagger with our beam cannon. Would have been over if we didn't have the offhand firing mechanic. Once again, back off to reload, but the Hijack knows he's in trouble and tries to get out. Too bad that will not work as we catch him up and finish him with 2 good swings. That's all for this wave, and the score is looking good. Wouldn't be the same if our team didn't scramble after that horrible Pixie spawn. 50 seconds on the clock, time to war up. Got really greedy with the repair this time, getting in only after the enemy is within radar range. Using the perfect height of the containers as one-way cover, we move to the left where we get the right-hand advantage. Enemy team going all out now, but overheating the beam cannon stops the metal spider. Isaac misses his melee behind us, and that will cost his teammates life, as we take down the raid type with the slightest touch. Too many enemies though, and we get downed. Come on Zigok, you can take this! Wouldn't have survived if it wasn't for the classic swimming club toughness and the greedy repair from earlier. While this Zigok still fights exactly like the old Zigok, this 6-year-old mobile suit outperforms its age by successfully fixing the main problems on the old Zigok. The beam guns get staggers almost instantly, and with emergency evasions you can get out of the fight alive. And just like any swimming club member, get underwater and suddenly it shows its true power. Aquatic mobile shooting with maneuver armor is such a powerful combo. That's it from me today. Please give us more underwater maps and the latest.